Lobster taste, fish stick budget. 1% life, 99% actions. You want the 1% life, but you want the 99% actions. You want big things, but you don't want to take big actions. You want the lifestyle, you don't want the work. It's like when I lost 200 pounds, to be clear, we're not talking about weight loss. This is a metaphor. We are talking about money because this is Rhythm for Revenue podcast, and I'm your host, Liberty V. Justice. Thank you very much for listening, everybody. When I lost 200 pounds, everybody's like, how'd you do it? How'd you do it? Everybody wanted, how did you do it? They wanted my advice, I want to lose a bunch of weight. How do I do it? And when I answered them and told them how I did it, they were all like, oh, I could never do that. And I was like, well, you obviously don't want it badly enough then. You don't want it. You say you want certain things. You want to lose weight, for example. You want to lose a lot of weight. You want my results. You want to lose 200 pounds like I did. But you don't want to sacrifice anything or put in the work to get the results that I got. Okay? But it doesn't work that way. You can't say you want something and boom, like a genie, it automatically comes to you, right? And I'm laughing because I've been there before. You know what I mean? Like when I first started my music career, I kind of thought it was just gonna, I was gonna sing and boom, magically it was gonna happen. I'm gonna write, I'm gonna put these songs together and boom, it was just, it wasn't like a conscious thought, but I thought it was going to be a lot easier, put it that way. And so I just thought, well, I go to Los Angeles, I'll make some songs, it's just going to be dope and it's going to happen, But nothing good ever comes easily without sacrifice, and nothing good comes overnight, okay? So, everybody's like, they want to have billions of dollars, but they don't want to spend $1. They don't want to put $1 into it. You want to live like few people are able to live, but you don't want to put the amount of work that few are willing to put in. You want an extreme lifestyle, but you don't want to put extreme work in? That doesn't make sense, right? So you want something that lasts for generations to come, but you want it all to happen right now without putting any time into it. You want it to happen it just doesn't. Something great like that just doesn't happen overnight, right? And everything I'm saying is kind of like, I know it sounds so simple, and it sounds like duh, you're just like, well, duh, obviously, but you obviously don't understand it, And I want to remind myself too, because this has been a long time, 3 years that I have been in LA. And it'll be a year in March that I'm Worth It has been incorporated, but I just got to remind myself, like, it takes time. Be a little more patient with yourself, but less patient with, be patient with your results, but less patient with yourself when it comes to putting the work in, So that's the main thing, is that everybody underestimates the time that it takes. People underestimate the work that it takes. You know what I mean? It really takes a lot of time, a lot of work, and I'm going to do a separate show on the same subject, but we're just going to focus in on the relationship aspect, because it takes a lot of relationships and a lot of work within each relationship to get results, because like they say, your network is your network. Your network is your net worth, right? We'll be back in 1 minute to finish up the show. Thanks for listening. You're worth it. Y'all come back now, you hear? Lobster taste, fish stick budget. Do you want to eat lobster? Because a lot of people are not willing to do. Okay, so I used to be terrified of performing on stage, But then I realized something. Why be scared? That is love. I said I want millions of fans. Just like you. You say you want millions of fans who you will be performing for, by the way, but yet you won't perform on stage in front of 20 people in a small cafe. You want millions of fans, but you don't want to perform in front of 20 people. To whom much is given, much is required. And to whom much more is given, much more is required. And what I'm saying is that is a Bible verse. But what I'm saying is that if you can't perform in front of 20 people, how do you expect to have millions of fans? It's never going to happen, right? Lobster taste, fish stick budget, okay? Try saying fish stick 100 times fast. That is hard, okay? Now try saying it 5 times fast. That's hard, all right? So, but look, so you say you want to change the world, but you act like everybody else. You're afraid of the haters. You're too terrified to make the content. You're too terrified to perform your music on stage. You're too terrified to even put a video up on YouTube or up on SoundCloud or something, let alone put something in Apple Music, for crying out loud. My songs were not the greatest, like they were not number one hits. They were pretty decent. You know what I mean? They were okay songs. They were good. But I still put it out there. And man, I've been hated on so much. People tell me I'm terrible. My songs are garbage. I'm the worst. I need to give up and all these things. And, on a side note, most everybody that said that was in their bio was a musician. Or that that's what they want, but for some reason they want it. That makes no sense to me. But anyway, yeah, you want the 1% life, but you want to act like the 99%. You can't be a hater, man. Can't be a hater, and you can't give up. Everybody wants to be in the spotlight, looking like a superstar, but nobody wants the bags under their eyes from staying up till 1 a.m. answering comments on their TikTok or their YouTube channel for 4 hours, like I do often. You give up easily. That's another thing. You give up. You don't put the time in, the effort. When it doesn't work out in a week or 2 weeks, you give up. You don't put the time or the effort in needed to do big things. Now, granted, it's been 3 years, but I'm getting better and better. You know what I mean? If it were easy, everybody would be doing it. And then there wouldn't be a 1%. There wouldn't be a 99%. We'd all be the 100%. We would all be exactly the same. If it took no effort and we just, bing, just blinked our eyes like I Dream of Jeannie and it appeared, what kind of victory would that be anyway? Just think about it, man. Think about it. How long is it going to take? How long, people, what do I need to do? How long is it going to take? How many sit-ups do you need to do to get a six-pack? As many as it takes. Okay? So keep going. Keep dreaming. Keep working on your dreams. Keep working on your music. Keep doing it, man. Don't give up because you're worth it. Keep putting in those sit-ups and let's all get that lobster budget together, okay? Toss those fish sticks because we're worth it. Thanks for listening, everybody. If you do an Apple review for Rhythm for Revenue, we really appreciate it. Get with us on social media and share this with a friend. You're worth it. Thanks, everybody.